Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching IAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because they are tracking your meat purchases now. Meat eater. Like, subscribe. Today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. But let's get right into it. I thought that this story was a joke at first. And then Dr. Marvin sent it to me, and I started researching it more, and this is absolutely real. There's an international bank called NatWest that's based in London. They are now encouraging people not to purchase meat, and they're tracking your purchases. So when you go out and you buy meat, they're going to send you a message via your app to say, listen, why don't you go vegan? Why don't you make these choices differently? How about it's none of your business? I know people right now that are on that carnivore diet. That's all they do is eat meat. Okay? And I haven't heard about the carnivore vegan diet at all. But listen, if you could make better choices like Vegan Monday, Taco Tuesday, Fat Girl Wednesday, if you could make a better choice like that, you could save the planet all by yourself. I'm not making this up, guys. This is a real story below. I made it Fat Girl Wednesday, though. That was funny. Anyways, the point is that, guys, what business of this is theirs? Okay, it's nobody's business, none at all, none at all. But I gotta ask you a question, okay? Because this is where it steps over another line. Like, hey, we don't want you to eat meat. What about your employees? What about John in accounting? You talk to him about his meat consumption. He's kind of a heavy dude. No, we haven't. It's not our place to deal with our employees that way. But for you, we sure can come after you and tell you what to do and what to eat and what to say. Huh? Okay, thanks. On the private channel, we have a private channel called IAllegedly Live. I go into this a lot deeper with some other stuff. So for those of you that are on that, you get to see that. Go to IAllegedly TV to check that out. But anyways, this is insane, guys. This is where it goes to your privacy. And once again, my late girlfriend, Lisa, God love her, was somebody that ate only organic food and knew it and would just beat it into people's brains and don't bring that crap in. Oh, look at what this is, my son, look what you bought. Look at that. That oil is death oil. White rice, white death. And we still joke about that. Oh, I'm having Chinese food. Oh, you're having white death with it? In honor of Lisa? Yes. White rice was white death. Anyways, you get the gist of it. You can go to an extreme that is insane. And the point of this is that NatWest Bank, it's none of their damn business what you're eating. It really isn't. It really isn't. But this goes one step further. Lately, I warned you guys about this 2 years ago when we had a heat wave. And the South had a heat wave. And last year, it was real hot in the South. And Houston-based energy companies, there are like 60 energy companies in the South. There's not like 2, okay? Which doesn't make any sense. And what they're doing is they're controlling people's thermostats so that on hot days, they're shutting off your thermostat. You have no control over it. If you have an electric vehicle, good luck charging it. I was driving and saw a woman frantic. I'm like, what's her deal? And I rolled the window down. She's like, you got to pick the kids up. I got to charge the car. Okay? So lovely. Can't get gas. Got to charge the car. What if you couldn't charge the car? Is Billy and Johnny going to walk home? You know what I mean? So this is what's terrible. Ada Garcia is a person that lives in Houston. And last year, they kept shutting off her power because they didn't want her to have her air conditioning on. Ada Garcia works from home. Now, the name of her energy company, I'm not making this up, Octopus Energy. Octopus. Her energy company is Octopus. Okay? We have Southern California Edison, Pacific Gas and Electric, San Diego Gas and Electric. Guys, Octopus, okay? It is ridiculous, guys. I am telling you, she saves $25 a month by having the power meter controlled by them. Guys, that's $300 a year. What is your peace of mind and your comfort worth? Is it worth $300 a year? You work from home, have your company pay for it. This is what's insane, guys. I am dating a girl who I am convinced is half Eskimo because it's got to be freezing in the house all the time. When she goes down to the beach house, she loves it. Oh my gosh, it's so cold here. Let's leave the door open. And even Rosie's like, this broad likes it cold, Dad. You know what I mean? I got to wear a jacket. Some people like that. But on a hot day like today, the air conditioning would be blasted. No. We're saving kilowatts and we're saving the planet by controlling your energy. No, you're not. It's none of your business. My father, who died a long time ago, he was a person that would have his house frigid. Bring a jacket. He lived in Palm Springs, California, where today it's like 103, 104, whatever it is out there right now. But the point is it would be ice cold. It's his choice. My bill. I'm going to pay it. You know, but Octopus, Octopus Energy, oh my gosh, they're a great company. They may be, but what a horrible name for an energy company is Octopus Energy. Again, Octopus is controlling Ada Garcia's life. What do you think about this stuff? These search engines and this stuff is something that you need to be leery of. There is something that's been sent to me by multiple people, and Don sent it to me recently, and it's called Paze, P-A-Z-E. What this does is it combines all your credit cards together in one app. So you can have all your Visas, all your MasterCards, your debit cards, everything. The only problem with this is that I had an engineer write me and say, do not do this. Do not do this because they are tracking your spending. They want to know what you're buying things on, and with one click, you could lose all your credit cards. We don't like that you go to this. We don't like that you support Fat Girl Wednesday or that you go to the ammo store. You know what I mean? I don't want you to do that. That's not in your purchase agreement. You can't do that. Tacos are okay, but the other stuff, no way. We're not going to tolerate that. So I would stay away from things like this, guys, because seeing this woman frantic trying to charge her car today, and it wasn't my place to film her, but the point was that she's going to be late because it's going to take so much time. If you don't think that they could shut the grid off, and that's what that article, read the article below, talking about how, you can't charge your cars during these times, got to save energy, got to save the planet. What if you break your arm and there is no ambulance? The decision is you going to the hospital or you're waiting for an ambulance. Okay? Come on, guys. This is getting ridiculous now. But again, we want you to make vegan choices, and we want you to eat vegan food, and do not, under any circumstance, buy meat. Okay? Oh, also, I'm sorry, I really blew this story because it also includes dairy product. Buy any milk. Oh, I like milk in my coffee. No. Buy that almond milk stuff. What about Lactaid? You know what I mean? It's like ridiculous, guys, but the control is getting worse and worse and worse. And again, what do you do? What do you do with your employees? Could you imagine interviewing somebody here in the States? Let's forget England for a second because they're doing some crazy stuff over there. But could you imagine saying, hey, listen, tell me about yourself. Tell me what a typical meal looks like for you. Huh? What's that have to do with me punching stuff into the computer for you at this bank? Oh, no, I just don't know. Do you like salad? It just gets nutty, okay? Come on. Okay? Let me know what you think about this. And have you experienced Octopus or any other cool energy company lately? Let me know. Let us all know. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. Over the course of the last 2 years, we've seen gold really shoot up. Bank of America, JP Morgan, UBS have all predicted that gold could go sky high as $4,000 an ounce. The other thing is silver right now. Bank of America just predicted that silver could go as high as $36 in the next year. You need to get yourself precious metals in your retirement and purchase them today. The best place to do that is #1 rated Patriot Gold Group. Call them today, 888-330-1431, and they will answer all your questions. They've got the best customer service, what they call best-in-class service, which I love it. The company's great. I'm not just a spokesman. I'm an actual client of theirs. But use the link below, Fill this out. They will send you a free investor guide, or you can call them today. Once again, 888-330-1431. Do what everybody's doing. They are buying gold right now at a record pace. They are hedging themselves against the inflation nightmare that has not stopped. Protect yourself today and call Patriot Gold before it's too late. Hollywood is dead. Traditional Hollywood is over as we know it. Paramount Studios, Paramount is going to lay off almost 2,000 people this week. That is crazy, guys. 15% of their work staff to save $500 million because they cannot make it. But they need to trim costs. Now, understand this, guys. You have to put out a good product. People have to want your product. I don't care if you're selling shoes, you're selling movies or TV shows. You have to have a machine that works. And they see the writing on the walls. The co-CEOs have announced that this is just an absolute mess. And, I used to go to the movies all the time, weekly. I'd go to the movies, sometimes 3 times in a week. Don't do it anymore. And it's not the same streaming things. It's not the same sitting there in your house and watching a movie and have the phone ring and all that stuff. It's just not the same. But are they doing anything to fix it? Not a chance. Doing nothing to fix that. So the other thing is the Department of Justice just announced that they're going to sue Visa over the monopoly that they have on credit card transactions. So, they affect everything, debit card purchases to the bonuses that you're paid from your credit card company, everything. And if you're a business owner, you know what this is like because you have to take credit cards now. Everybody has credit cards. Nobody has cash anymore. You want somebody to write you a check? Okay, well, let's cross your fingers on that one if it's any good. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Our man of the people, Jamie Dimon, steps forward. He says, listen, I want you to understand that I don't see a hard landing, but I don't see a soft landing. I just see troubles down the road. Remember, this was the turbulence thing a year ago that he was talking about. There's going to be more turbulence. Guys, nothing right now is smooth sailing. Nothing. Unless you're super rich and things don't affect you. The rest of us that need customers and need our kids to go to sports, man, I'm telling you, if I had $1 for everybody that emailed me lately about their kids and grandkids and sports and the insurance and the bus fees and all the stuff that you have to pay as a parent, it is insane. And as a single dad, when I was going through this, it was a killer. I'd call it getting $100 to death because you'd come home, I rip my pants, and it's school uniform day, it's a team photograph day, and we got to get pants at 9:00 at night. Awful. And people just can't afford this stuff. But hey, there's going to be a little turbulence right now in the economy. Okay. Somebody asked me this last week, hey, when you tour those boats, do you think all those boats are paid for? Of course not. Again, you can buy boats, guys, inexpensively. You can get boats that are, on the repossession block just like you can anything else. Planes, cars, golf carts, motorcycles, everything. It's all out there. You just have to search for this stuff. And my buddy that owns the foreclosure company, it's getting so much busier as they get approved to do HUD and they approve to do government, different financing, different ways that houses are financed and they can foreclose on it. I'm not celebrating that. I'm celebrating the fact that he has to hire more people and train them to post houses because it's getting busier and busier. Or again, where he would do 4 houses in a week and he's doing 14 in a day, they're anticipating, the banks are telling him, coming soon. Here's the thing. The dam is going to break after the election. Regardless of who wins, there's going to be massive foreclosures at that point. And with the massive foreclosures, you're going to see, he said, as many as 200 files in a month. Okay? And that's from one source. So you got different government sources, bank sources, all that stuff. I want to talk to you guys about something else with my son. My son is going to give him a 98%. Okay? This week, he wanted to go to see the Oakland A's play at the stadium, and I refused to go because Oakland is an S-hole, hellhole, dirt hole. incredibly dangerous. My friend, who is the only Oakland A's fan in the world, Pete, great guy, Pete says, please, let me talk your son out of this. Let me get him to not go to that stadium. I said, they're not going to go. My son flew from Boston to Oakland with his buddies, and they went and saw a game over the weekend and saw one of the last games in the Oakland Stadium. And if you're a baseball lover, that's a big deal. This goes to another story. And that was when he was at the Boston airport, he set his computer bag down, got his luggage, got confused, and then couldn't find his computer bag. It's like, oh gosh, did I leave it in the plane? We've all done this. Where are my keys at? Where's my wallet? We've all done that. Okay, well, he had the foresight to go to the police and say, listen, I'm not sure if it was stolen or not, but I know I took it off the plane because I carried it. It was the only thing I carried on the plane. They said, okay, we'll keep an eye out for it, but you got to come back to Lost and Found in the morning, and it's closed now. So the next day, he goes there at 6 o'clock in the morning when Lost and Found opens, and they said, oh, you're the guy that got involved with the police. What are you talking about? Well, because he called the cops and talked to police officers, they were looking for a computer bag. And sure enough, there was a man who had a computer bag and looked sketchy and opened up the computer and was working on it at the airport. And they're like, what are you doing? Is that your computer? Yeah. Okay, well, let me have some ID. No. Let him take the bag. Well, what the guy had done that quickly, in minutes, was he had opened up the computer and reset it to its factory conditions. So at first, my son was totally screwed because Dad, I bought the computer from my buddy at college. I don't have a receipt for this thing when he went to Apple. And I've got an employee that works at, a relative that works at Apple. We're trying to have her get involved. And thank God you got the mom, the good mom, that the kid bought the computer from. Oh, I like Grant. It's such a good kid. Let me see if I can find that receipt when I bought that computer. And thank God that she found it because he could then take it to the Apple store and prove ownership. And they reset it. But this is what the thieves do. This long story long is this. They reset the computer in minutes after the guy opened it up. And thank God he had talked to the cops and they got caught and they shut it down and got the computer back for him. But think about this. You lose your iPhone, you lose your computer, and these thieves have got control of it in minutes. So just be very leery out there, guys. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. And the first one is JP Morgan Chase just closed down 7 branches of their banks this week. 8 last week. B of A, Wells Fargo, they're doing the same thing, guys. You're going to see hundreds of bank branches close between now and the end of 2024. It's going to happen. They're just doing it 5 here, 12 here, 8 here. They're doing that. Mark Zuckerberg has joined a very exclusive club with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. So many jokes. So many. He has $200 billion. That's his net worth now, right now. Okay? So he's going to have problems in the new year. That's my prediction. So, next thing is Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson just recalled 41,000 motorcycles for a myriad of problems. And when it rains, it pours. They've had a lot of bad news lately with the Harley Davidson brand. And this couldn't come at a worse time for them. Final story. I love this site called Study Finds because you can research different things. It gives you different health recommendations. But they're saying 3 cups of coffee a day keeps heart disease away, dementia. So guys like me that drink 6, I'm sure I've got that. I won't have to worry about a heart attack. I won't have to worry about dementia, even though I can't remember things half the time. So please, guys, there's so many jokes. I don't want to say them. Okay? Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to email me, it's hello@IAllegedly. I always appreciate the stuff that you guys send out. It's always great. I will see you guys very soon.